So in this video, I just want to talk about a mistake that a subscriber pointed out to me, and it's about selling covered calls with Questrade, especially in a margin account, or actually specifically in a margin account. So to write covered calls, you need at least level 2 options. Basically, writing covered calls is buying 100 shares of a stock and then selling a call option against your stocks. So as you can see here, I've got 100 shares of IWM, and I have a call that is sold against my 100 shares, and that's why you see a -1, because it's a sold call, so it's a short call. But I also have an extra 37 shares here standing on their own because they're not part of the covered call trade. So how do I get them showing as part of a covered call strategy? First of all, under group here, you have to make sure you're under strategy. If you're going to be selling options or doing strategies regarding options, it's always best to view your positions by strategy so that they're grouped together. Because if they're not grouped together, if I just leave them as by position, I think by default everyone gets by position. So you'll see I've got 137 shares of IWM, and then I've got a -1 here on a call option that's sold. I've got 100 shares of Virgin Galactic, and I've got a -1 of a call. What if I had way more positions? If I go to my margin account, look at all these positions. They're all options here: bought, sold, bought, sold, bought, sold. But if I group it by strategy, it looks way better, and I understand what they are. It's a vertical put, vertical put. Basically, they're all vertical puts on these underlyings with the expiry and the strikes. So the dangers with covered calls in a margin account is if you have level 4 options with Questrade, that allows you to sell naked calls. A naked call is basically when you sell a call option without having to buy 100 shares. If you have 100 shares and a naked call, it's a covered call. But if you just have the naked call, then it's a naked call. It's not part of the covered call strategy, and the risks with naked call is infinite. When you sell a call, you basically want the stock to stay below that strike. So it's a bearish strategy. You want the stock to stay below that strike come expiry. What if the stock goes above that strike? Well, then your loss is unlimited. If you sell, for example, in my example with IWM, my strike is 152. If I sold a naked call at 152 for August 7, if IWM is trading at 160 on August 7th, I'm going to lose 160 minus 152, which is $8 times the number of contracts, so $800 minus the premium that I collected. So the risk is unlimited. So the risk or the dangers with selling covered calls in a margin account is if you have level 4 options and you actually view your strategy, or your positions are viewed by position and not by strategy, you might forget that you have a covered call position, and then the stock that you bought, let's say at 151, you see it skyrocket to 160, so you get excited and you decide to sell your shares at 160. So if you're in a margin account and you have level 4 options, what's going to happen is your shares will be sold at 160, but then you're going to be left with a naked call that you forgot about. Something that might make you forget about it is because of the way you view your positions. They're grouped by position instead of being grouped by strategy. If they're grouped by strategy, you can clearly see that you've got a covered call. But if they're grouped by position, you might easily not see that it's grouped by. You might easily miss out the fact that you have a covered call against your position, especially if it's not sorted by symbol. So you end up selling your shares because you saw it go up and you forget that you had a strike that's lower than the current market price. So now you've sold your shares, you're happy, but then you've got a naked call right now, and you're allowed to have that because you've got level 4 options in your margin account, and the stock continues to go higher than what you sold your shares at, and you could end up losing a lot or even an unknown amount. So Kodak, for example, one of those crazy stocks that jumped up recently. Imagine you bought the stock at around $8 and you sold a $10 call option. So you've got a covered call at $10 strike and you bought it at $8. And then the next day you see the stock is trading at $27. Remember, you've got a strike of 10. So your max selling price is 10 because of that covered call. But you forget that you've got that strike at $10 and you see the stock at 27. You go ahead and sell your shares at 27 because you bought the stock at 8. So you're happy, you sell it at 27. But you've got a naked call at 10. Now what's going to happen now is that naked call is going to continue to make you lose money as long as the stock keeps going up. And you can see that later on it reaches $47. So your naked call position is now worth at least $37, at least worth $37. You made profit from selling your shares at 27 minus 8, so you made about $19 of profit, but now you're going to lose about 47 minus 10, you're going to lose about $3,700 because you forgot you had a call against your position, and now your loss is unlimited. So just wanted to bring this to your attention is if you're selling covered calls in a margin account, two things. If you don't need level 4 options, remove it, stick to level 2 options, and make sure you're grouped by strategy so that you can always see that you've got a covered call position. So I hope this was clear. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Like always, if you can open an account with Questrade to trade on the stock market, use my referral link below to get $50 in free trades. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button, share with a friend, and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching.